I ask for the truth on behalf of Michelle Black concerning financial and relationship issues. And ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. Just cut the deck there and just move it to the side for you there, Michelle, and then I'll deal out 3 cards. The usual 3 past, present and future in this case, isn't it? The first is the past, then the present, and then after that the future. As we know, the first card we draw is in the position of the past, the recent past. So we just pull that out nice and slow. And this is a period of time between now and this time last month, what's been going on financially and relationshiply, as you would say, if there's such a thing. What's been going on in your relationship and financially from that sort of angle over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. We just flip the card nice and slowly to reveal its energy. And there notice the two of coins, that's to do with time, isn't it? You've got like an hourglass. An hourglass and somebody walking off into the distance and things. I don't know what's been going on there. But I suppose to some degree it's been more of just waiting, hasn't it? And that's what the time is, isn't it? I suppose pacing around in a circle as well. Sometimes people do that, don't they? As if you're going nowhere. But they've got the roots there, like I said, they've got a plant, haven't they? Like the roots there and then the growth there. And it all takes, of course, it takes time, doesn't it? I suppose it's the waiting game as it says there, but what is it you've been waiting for? Waiting for money to come in, waiting for love? Is this what it is? A case? I get that's what it is. That's what it's a case of, really. You've been waiting for it to happen, and yet really you should have been, I suppose, going out to get it. You should have gone out to happen it, make it happen. But you've been waiting for it to happen to you, when you could have made it happen to somebody else, or you could have made it happen to you, instead of waiting for it to happen. And of course, sometimes it doesn't work that way. We just end up pacing around in a circle, don't we, literally, in that sense. I want to see what's just right now, what's happening right now, where this is, what this has resulted in, as you would say, how this is turned out over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. Yes, you've been waiting when really you should have maybe gone out for the kill or whatever, as you would say. I don't know if that's not the right word. What's this all about here? Well, a major arcana card there, the Chariot, Triumph. Maybe the wait was worth it right now. We did a reading earlier on about lottery wins and things like that, and you have to wait for that, don't you? If you're going to win, you've got to wait for it to happen. It probably doesn't normally happen, but it happens to somebody. And you're just hoping that somebody's going to be you. And in this particular case, maybe I got a sense as though there has been a sense of triumph, a sense of a feeling of victory, a feeling of accomplishment, more personal accomplishment than anything. You've found a channel to operate within. And yes, you got the flag there. What moves the flag or the wind? And of course, when the wind blows the flag, what is the source of the wind? What's causing the wind? Is it you or something else, something that you're waiting for? But either way, if you're holding the flag, you feel it's a fact, don't you? Are you simply the feeler of it, in that sense, the experiencer, or are you creating the experience for yourself? You've waited for it, and I suppose if you wait long enough for a gust of wind, it will come, won't it? But is it the right gust of wind? Is it the gust of wind that you want? Like waiting for a relationship to come along. Will the right one come along? Has the right one come along? Or has just anybody come along? Anybody you're prepared to say yes to, just to stop the wait, just to say that you've achieved something? Is it an achievement, or is it just a feeling of achievement, a feeling of triumph? And you're just deluded in this sort of this ever going sort of continual circle, I suppose. So instead of pacing around in a circle waiting, you're just pacing around in a circle in some pseudo satisfaction that may not be, or may be. I want to see what's about to happen in the immediate future. If you carry on along this path, this will show you what will happen. It doesn't have to be true. If negative, if positive, don't take it for granted. This too shall pass. And notice there we've got I suppose the Four of Wands, isn't it, in the sense of Crowley often refers to it as the Lord of completion, doesn't it? And this is more to do with foundation and achievement. It's the same achievements, has an S on the end of it. Foundation and achievements. So although I suppose in a way the Two of Wands, the Lord of Dominion there, but nevertheless waiting, nevertheless giving you, forcing you to wait. You're all wands, you are, aren't you? But with a bit of a major. Notice the middle card here, that at present is a major arcana card, so that's more permanent, and that doesn't give you any room for manoeuvre, in the sense of it's more fixed. You've got no power to change it. You can still make decisions on how you deal with it, but you had power to change the waiting game. You had power to make it so it wasn't a waiting game, so you went off the circle and stopped walking round in a circle. And you could have walked off in a straight line somewhere, but you chose not to do. You chose to wait. I suppose you were following the all things come to those that wait scenario to see what happened there. And it did come. And it's here now, isn't it? Yes. There is some sort of foundation or completion around about there. Notice the rainbow there, of course, and many colours of red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet for the chakra that are above in the spirit, of course. I suppose that could be the potential of what could come next, isn't it? But it's about building a happy home, isn't it? This is what I'm sort of getting from that, where between now and this time next month there is an opportunity to create a happy home in some way, shape or form, and you'll get that feeling of accomplishment. Yes, of course you will, and you'll build that foundation. But will it be the right foundation, and will you have accomplished the right things? Who knows? Only time will tell. But for now, these cards have spoken.